All right, man. What's good with you young boys today, man? Hope y'all are having a good day, having a great day. Just got done with my workout. It's about 8:40 in the morning. It's Saturday right now, so just came on base, shoot around a little bit. Then I'm gonna head back home. But just wanted to talk about. Most of y'all are probably worried about basic. Now that I went to Air Force basic training, we have the shortest basic training along with Space Force. I think theirs is even shorter than ours now, technically. So but basic really isn't anything too hard. This is specifically for Air Force. I know the Army one is longer than ours, but I haven't heard anyone say, like, hey, Army basic training was like the worst thing in the world. The one, or Navy basic training is the worst thing in the world. I haven't heard anyone say that. It's mostly the Marines. And I think the Coast Guard is a little bit harder as well because they're both like combat heavy jobs. So Marines and Coast Guard, I think those are pretty hard basic trainings. But for most of the other ones, you just go there and you show up and you'll be fine, man. I know most of you are worried about the physical portion of it, but you they literally have this plan for people who are couch potatoes and will go to passing basic training. Like when I went there, I knew I could do the push-ups and sit-ups, but I was not a strong runner. Not gonna lie to y'all, I was a red belt at BMT. If you don't know what a red belt is, that means you're one of the slower runners out there. I was able to complete it, but it was like, hey man, this guy might fail if we don't keep an eye on him. I was never going to fail, but I was just not that great of a runner. And so over the 8 weeks I was there, I improved drastically and I eventually hit the thing. Like I wasn't even worried about passing towards my last couple of weeks there. They really do put you to the ringer. I wish we kind of ran more, but I get it. Some people get hurt when they're running too much, especially if you're not used to running. You will fuck yourself up. Just being honest with you, but there's a lot of people here. What's going on? But yeah, the physical portion honestly is not that bad. And then you get multiple tries. I didn't know this before I joined. They don't really advertise this as well, but you get like 2 or 3 tries to pass. Like I met multiple people in basic training who got recycled into my flight because they failed their PT test, and I was like, I didn't know you could do that. They were like, yeah, you get like 2 or 3 tries, then they do kick you out after that. Or if you get hurt there, like you'll stay there for a little bit longer. But bro, almost everyone passes. Like you have to be severely out of shape. Like why did your recruiter or maps let you in type of shape for you to be like not passing this PT test, even if you're not a great runner? And ever since I got in, like I'm getting 90s in my PT test. I've gotten 90s on every official PT test that I've taken since I've been in. So even if you're not that great right now at running or the physical portion, it's weird because a lot of guys have big trouble with the running portion, but a lot of them have no trouble with the push-ups and sit-ups, and a lot of girls are actually pretty good at running, but they have the most trouble with like the push-up portion. So I'm like, some people are just bad at both, but most people are just good at one thing and bad at the other. And just focus on that while you're there. I knew I could easily pass the push-ups and sit-ups portion. It was just that run though, man. But honestly, and besides that, basic training is just they're trying to cram as much as possible into your head so they can get you out there into the real Air Force. Not even the real Air Force, into your technical training as soon as possible so then you can get to the real Air Force. They're not trying to trick you. They're not trying to push you back into the weeks. The longer you're there, the more money you cost them. So like they're trying to get you out as fast as possible. Please trust me, just study as much as you can because you will have to take a test at the end, at least for the Air Force. It's like a 100-question test. I promise you it's not hard. It's literally everything you do every single day. We only had one guy fail out of my entire class, and he retook it and he passed it. You get 3 tries for that as well. We had one guy who English wasn't his first language, and he only been learning it for like 3 years. And guess what? He passed it. He barely knew English for 3 years, and that guy passed it. So the test is not that hard. Take my word for it. As long as you study. The one guy literally just never studied for it. And he thought he could go in there and just take it and pass it. That was the only guy who ever failed that I saw. So, and the marching aspect, bro, you'll learn how to march. You don't even honestly have to learn. I remember one girl in our flight, she could never march. From the time she joined, from the time she left, she was always she was using her right foot first. Or when she would go on her left foot, like 3 steps later, she'd be off beat somehow. It was so random. I still remember it to this day. It was Like, the sergeant literally said, yo, I'm impressed how you always mess this up every day, and we've been doing this for 5 weeks straight. I've never met anyone like you. And she still graduated on time. She never got pushed back. She never got recycled. She never did anything. They just kept her in our flight. So, like, bro, they will push you through this BMT. Now then, will BMT change a little bit because of the Pete Hegseth changes, the Trump changes? Yeah, maybe. You know, they're saying they can put hands on trainees now or yell in their face. I honestly, bro, let me tell you something about the MTIs. The MTIs while you're there. None of them, most of them don't want to do that job. Most of them are like, come on, guys, please don't make my life any harder. I don't want to yell at you. None of them are going to put their hands on you because they don't want you putting your hands on them. Bro, like, if they put a psycho in there who wants to put their hands on you, like, that's, bro, no. Like, I think that's just a scare tactic to make people think, oh, yeah, the military's more, every branch, well, the Air Force, bro, every branch is just a lot more, hard or whatever. Yada, yada, yada. They're trying to get in better people. They're trying to clear out the dirt bags before they get in. Because, a lot of people are joining like, bro, I'm just trying to get this free school. I'm just trying to get this free healthcare. I'm just going to breeze through it. They're trying to push those people out, basically. Bro, these MTIs, these drill sergeants, whatever you want to call them, they're not going to be putting their hands on you. Most of those guys are forced to do that job. In the Air Force, I know it's like a low recruiting rate, so they force people to do it. You're voluntold to do it. No one wants to be an MTI, bro. It sucks. You're in San Antonio all day. It's hot. It's sweaty all day. You got to deal with these. Honestly, some of these, like, trainees are actually brain dead from what I can see. Bro, when I was there, like, the stupid stuff they have to deal with, I just would never want to deal with that. But, yeah, man, for those of you all, like, on the fence joining, bro, I don't know how I'm going to make it through BMT. Air Force, Space Force, the shortest one. It's like you're going to be gone for, like, 2 months. It's going to be a long 2 months for you, I won't lie. Like, I don't even remember most of the basic. I remember when I first got there because my eyes were bloodshot. Because we only got 3 hours of sleep because we got there so late. We got there at like 12, and we didn't go to sleep until like 2 a.m. And we had to be up by like 5:40 or whatever. I only got like 3 hours of sleep, bro. It was crazy. I remember my first day and like one of my last days. Because like that was the day that everyone's like, hugging, giving each other your number, yada, 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 because you're all leaving basic. So you're all like, hey, I'm never going to see this guy again, probably, except for the people you go to tech school with. You're cool with those guys. Y'all are probably cool the entire time. But you're like, hey, I'm going to know this guy for like maybe 6-8 months. And then y'all might go to the same base. You never know. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, for those of you who are on the fence about joining, that's just the Air Force perspective. I don't know much about the other branches. I know the Marines one's like the hardest one. So, but if you're joining the Marines, that's what you want. So for those of you like, oh man, why would I do that? Look at the Marines. If you're not going to join the Marines, why are you looking at the Marines? If you're not going to join the Army, why are you looking at the Army or the Coast Guard? Or the Navy? I can't swim. You only swim in the Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard, I think. Don't join those then if you don't want to swim. It's so easy. Don't put a roadblock in front of you. But yeah, man. If you're on the fence about BMT, bro, it's literally made so you can pass it. Like, it's not impossible to do. They literally make it as possible as possible. I think that's how I would say that. Yeah, they're not trying to keep you out. They want people to join. I don't think we're in a recruiting crisis anymore because the economy has gone down. If you guys don't know, when the economy goes down, that's when military goes up. I joined in 2023. The economy was still down. Not as down as it is now. So I'm really glad I joined when I did. But yeah, people join the military when the economy's down. The economy is way down right now. So we're going to have an influx of recruits. So yeah, it's not a recruiting crisis right now, but still, they want people to join. They want to fill these jobs. They want to make sure we can send people out there and we have a good fighting force. Because, China 2027 and all that stuff. So yeah, it is made for you to pass. It's not impossible. They make it possible. You just have to follow the rules. That's my biggest thing. Follow the rules. Just because it might seem stupid to you doesn't matter. You're doing this to get out of here. Don't make your life a lot harder. I met a lot of people like that and basically just made our lives harder. Because they're like, this is stupid. So what? Who cares? We're doing this for 2 months so we can leave. But why can't we change? Why would we change it? Like, who cares? Bro, let's leave. We're trying to get out of here and you're making our life harder. So yeah, man. Basic, honestly, was light work. Yeah, I went through Air Force Basic, but still. No basic is impossible because they make it possible for you to do. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Please sub.